Question 11 on the Birth IQ quiz is, if the baby is having trouble making progress through and out of the pelvis when you're pushing, you should lay on your side with your knees drawn up, walk in between contractions, sit on a birth ball, which is really just a large stability ball, squat, or get an episiotomy. And the correct answer here is squat. And the reason again for that, as it was in the last question, is that when you know the mechanics of the pelvis and what happens with the pelvis in different positions that you take, it becomes very understandable as to what you need to do in certain situations during your labor. So if the baby comes into the pelvis fairly easily or somehow gets in there, which is what we hope for, but then while you're pushing, you're having a great deal of trouble making progress, it could be because the outlet of your pelvis, the bottom portion of your pelvis, is just a little bit too narrow as the baby is trying to come down, or maybe the baby's head is a little large, or maybe he or she has not rotated in a certain way as they would typically do. So what you're trying to do now is you're trying to make more room in the outlet of the pelvis for the baby to be able to just not only descend into the outlet, but also to be born. So when you squat, that's what happens. When you squat, what ends up happening is that the outlet of the pelvis opens up like this. So the inlet pushes in and the outlet opens up. And therefore, you're giving the baby so much more room. You're also not lying on your back and pushing up your tailbone. So it's the perfect position for encouraging the baby to move out of the pelvis.